Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. With you, as always, myself, Vibin. Got my brother with me, Mr. Scott Tripp, aka the Crypto Beast. As you guys know by now, we like to get our days started with a little bit of the news, look through some of the crypto headlines, bring them to your attention, and see what you guys think about them. I'm one of the admins over here at BigONE. Scott is also, and he also handles social media. But before we get started into the news today, like we do every day, we want to get a little bit of the market sentiment from the Crypto Beast himself. So without further ado, Scott, let us know what you're thinking.
I don't know. It's going up, which from the bottom of where it was. So I guess we'll just wait and see. It's a neutral feeling still.
More neutral. Yeah, I was going to say more neutrality. I think right now is a great time to be neutral. I think the market itself is, honestly, it's in a boring situation. Not saying that it's a bearish or bullish. I just think it's boring. I don't think it's so much action on either side. There's a little bit of selling pressure and there's a little bit of buying pressure. So not much is really going on there. But I'm like you, Scott. I think it's anybody's ball game right now. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with the daily crypto news. And I'm going to go to my first article. It's going to be coming from Cointelegraph. The article reads, "No credit for crypto. Users react to Russia-issued credit card ban." Excuse me. So crypto exchanges and financial services companies will no longer be able to accept transactions completed with many major credit cards following the company ceasing operations for Russia-banned users. On Saturday, Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal announced they would be suspending operations in Russia following the country's military actions in Ukraine. Visa called Russia's actions an unprovoked invasion, while MasterCard said its decision was aimed at supporting the Ukrainian people. The following day, American Express made a similar announcement saying it would stop operations in both Russia and neighboring Belarus. Apple Pay and Google Pay reportedly have restricted services for some Russians, though users are likely wouldn't be able to use aforementioned credit cards for transactions and payment apps. And you see here, we are grateful to Dan Schulman for standing with Ukraine for suspending business in Russia. It makes a huge difference. PayPal, we welcome you in Ukraine. Your presence will provide more financial freedom to 40 million of Ukrainians in these difficult times. And that came from Federic here. So I think what we see here, with these Visa and MasterCards, not issuing or stop or issue bans for people in Russia, it's going to make it harder for people to actually, buy more crypto. But we forget that crypto was started for peer-to-peer transactions. So if there's exchanges or anything that's preventing somebody who's trying to buy some crypto, just find somebody peer-to-peer to buy it from. And you could do that through a number of sources. So I think even though Visa and MasterCard are taking a stand and standing with the sanctions and doing what they have to do and withdrawing from Russia, again, Scott, I think it's just one of those funny ball games that you put innocent people on both sides at risk, because not everybody that's in Russia is supporting that war, and not everybody wants to be at war with Ukraine. So I think that it's still ways to do peer-to-peer, but again, it's just like some of these sanctions that we're seeing. We're going to see a lot of fluctuations in economies coming up, and I think people should be prepared.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Well, and I was reading an article today about Ukraine. There's lots of actual peer-to-peer transaction of Bitcoin right now at the moment, even there. So, which is great news.
And it was spot traded in Russia at 50,000, because if you couldn't buy it through anywhere else and you see it on exchanges, people are like, "Oh, you're lying." Like, I could look on the exchange there and it's 38,000. Well, check out. Like, you can't check out. So don't tell me that it's a lie. People are paying 50,000 for peer-to-peer. So there's definitely some trading going on. Like I said, it's not much, but it's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? And that's what crypto is about.
Definitely. And I'll just share my next article. I found this interesting because I used to watch the show that these twins are from, or siblings. SEC charges siblings with fraud exceeding $124 million. John Barksdale is also facing criminal charges from U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York. The SEC has charged both John and Atina Barksdale with fraud in excess of $124 million for alleged cryptocurrency scam. The siblings have been accused of misleading and lying to investors. John Barksdale held road shows promoting the alleged fraudulent Ormus coin, while Jonatina Barksdale promoted the product on YouTube and social media sites. The Securities and Exchange Commission have charged John and Jonatina Barksdale with fraud for misleading investors through false claims in a cryptocurrency scheme. The SEC has filed charges against the pair of siblings accused of running a multi-million-dollar crypto scam. And then it goes through their names, and it just basically says the complaint alleges that the siblings sold the Ormus coin to investors since June 2017, when a multi-level marketing business called Ormus Global also was started and continued to operate until 2018. Ormus Global offered and sold subscription packages that included Ormus coin and an investment in a crypto trading platform. The Barksdales have also been accused of falsely claiming that the Ormus coin was backed by a $250 million crypto mining operation that earned $5.4 million to $8 million in monthly revenues. However, the siblings' mining operation ended in 2009 and generated only $3 million. That's a big one.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you got to be careful with, man, especially with, some of the influencers and paid promoters and things of that nature. Just because somebody perceives to look a certain way or perceives they have this certain knowledge doesn't mean that way. I think, again, it goes back to relying on yourself to do the homework to make sure that what you feel about that person is sincere because you feel the same way and you're not just feeling something that they feel. Energy is contagious, and even bad energy is contagious. So yeah, always be careful with people like that. And yeah, these kind of people, they got away with all kinds of things. But I think in the next coming years or the next year or two, you'll see a lot of things set up in place, and you'll see a lot of court cases come up with some of these other projects that probably came out and did some fraudulent things as well. So to jump into my second article today, it's going to be coming from Cointelegraph as well. Ledger announces limited edition NFT focused hardware wallet partnership with Pope. So the company said its Genesis edition will have a limited supply of 10,000 devices available for pre-order. Hardware wallet company Ledger announced on Tuesday that it would release a limited edition brand new hardware wallet, the Ledger Nano S Plus, with 10,000 devices available for pre-order at $79 each. In addition to the event, Ledger announced a global partnership with Ethereum-based proof of attendance protocol, Pope. So Popes are referred to as digital memories of NFTs, as they show proof of engagement and attendance for key moments. In January, Ethereum's co-founder, Vitalik, highlighted the potential importance of the NFTs soulbound to enable proof of achievement, securing and protecting your digital memories like the Pope. You can collect with your Nano S Plus is a must for anyone building their lifelong collection, said Lucas Vero. So the Genesis edition of the Ledger Nano S Plus will feature a special engraving. Each package will also include a card redeemable for Genesis Pope NFT, allowing users to carry proof of this exclusive hardware wallet in their digital wallets as well. Pope will also be minting special edition NFTs for Ledger events in the future. Ian Rogers, the Ledger's chief experience officer, gave the following remarks regarding the development. The partnership with Pope in the launch of the Nano Ledger plus Genesis edition at an affordable price makes the acknowledgement that digital assets will only increase as the tool for life experiences when we want to bring more into Web3 securely as it happens. So this was great news. I think this was really cool. I mean, to see them come out with a limited edition NFT type of wallet or NFT focused type of wallet is really big for Ledger, and to have it at an affordable price of $79, that says a lot more too. Like that's an affordable hardware wallet for people to use, and I think this is going to be one of the start of a test net for them to start coming out with these NFT type of wallets that trigger certain rewards for holding this type of a token. And what happens with these wallets that hold these NFTs, they're non-fungible tokens, so you won't be able to interact with things that you don't need to interact with, right? So meaning that when you go to a store, you want to use your wallet to pay for something, you don't need to figure out what coin you're going to use. The wallet will be smart enough to figure it out based off the rewards that each token can offer in that setting. So I think this is really cool, and that's why you have the NFTs being supported on these wallets. And I love to see these integrations. To only have 10,000 come out, I think this will go a little bit faster than people would like, and a lot of people probably won't get a chance to experience it, but I look forward to what they're going to bring out in the future.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And then I will share my next one. I love this. I haven't been there. I really want to go here, but Thailand gives tax break for digital assets. Thailand's government announced Tuesday that trade in digital assets is free from value-added tax as part of a plan to upgrade the country's payments infrastructure. Finance Minister, I see the name probably, told a press conference that rules will allow traders to credit annual losses against gains for taxes due on cryptocurrency investments and will exempt cryptocurrency trading on recognized exchanges from a 7% value added tax. According to him, the tax exemption will include trading of retail central bank digital currencies to be issued by the central bank from 2022 to December 2023. This issue will allow Thai investors to trade digital assets on a reliable Thai exchange because it is under the supervision of the SEC and other related government agencies. It enables Thailand to have a future payment infrastructure ready for the digital economy. Direct and indirect investments in startups will be eligible for tax cuts, with investors who invest for at least 2 years in a firm receiving a 10-year tax break until 2032, according to yeah. So there you go.
How do you even say that? Is that term pitatashi pishit?
I can't even try.
What was gonna be your guess if you had to take a guess?
Pious, I think. But
But look, you know the funny thing, Scott, before you click that article off?
Oh, sorry. I'll share it. Hold on. It just takes a second.
Like, that's a true Bitcoin chart. Like, right here, you see the left shoulder. You see go to your right a little bit. A little bit more. Right down there. At the bottom, right a little bit to the left. To the left? Yeah.
Oh,
the
right
other
here.
side of that. So right now, where you are now is the left shoulder, and you see the head at the top, and now it's forming the right shoulder. So we might see another downtrend.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy. But I just seen that and it was like popped up. I was like, man, I'm used to seeing that chart today. But that's interesting because I've been to Thailand, and Thailand is one of those laid back countries, man. Really, really good scenic area, very culture friendly, and the people are very independent. Like, they still live off the land out there. And to hear this isn't a surprise. I think, the people that are involved there are some of the people that are the big boys or the big players in crypto. So to see that they say no tax, I'm not surprised at all, or tax exemptions there. So that's good news. And for people who might visit that want to go there and use their Bitcoin or whatever other digital asset you have, that'd be cool news as well. So to go to my last article today, I think this one's actually coming from another source, my favorite, Cointelegraph. So the headline reads, "The Sandbox partners with World of Women to drive female education and mentorship." So together, they are launching World of Women Foundation and additional education initiatives as announced in the International Women's Day. So the Sandbox Metaverse announced its partnership with non-fungible token or NFT community World of Women, or WOW, to launch a WOW Foundation. $25 million grant from the Sandbox will help fund the foundation over the next 5 years. The mission of the World of Women Foundation is to amplify female representation in the NFT and metaverse spaces as the collection of diverse and powerful women sold on the Ethereum blockchain. World of Women share with Cointelegraph that they aim to lower the barrier to entry for women in Web3. So our mission is to highlight and lift up as many female and undeserved creators as possible, making the metaverse not just a landscape designed by men, but rather one enriched with as much diversity of thought as possible. So we also see here some of the things that they were talking about, but both the Sandbox and the World of Women currently rank within the top 20 collections of all time in terms of trading volume on OpenSea. At the time of publication, WoW had traded 55,300 ETH or 142.7 million, while Sandbox traded a volume of 156,200 ETH or $403.2 million. So these are this partnership is pretty cool to see them highlight. You see some one of the NFTs that they previewed here. I think this is really cool for Sandbox to have this partnership. And when you think about people in community, you think about World for Women. They're trying to bring empowerment to women who want to get into blockchain technology and the NFTs and showcase their art. And they have somebody like Sandbox back you up. That's a really good gesture. So I wish both of them well. As you can see by the trading volume of OpenSea, they're both really doing well. I don't know how OpenSea is going to do in the long term, the way things are going, but it's great to see these partnerships forming. And Scott, we talk about unity all the time in our personal spaces and things of that nature, and just trying to bring cryptocurrencies communities together and bridge things together to make them work. And this was no different with this partnership. So excited to announce that here today.
That's awesome. And to speak of a woman that empowers cryptocurrency for sure. Oh my God. No, it's not Lana Rhodes this time. It's not Lana Rhodes, I promise. Hold on one second. It's not Lana Rhodes. It's not Lana Rhodes. Not another rug pull artist.
Oh, Cathie Wood. Okay.
Yeah, she is for sure definitely a force to be reckoned with. There's no doubt about this lady. Cathie Wood
of going to go Elizabeth Warren.
No,
I thought you were going to say Elizabeth Warren.
Cathie Wood of ARK Invest says decentralized finance is a threat to all financial institutions. ARK Invest founder Cathie Wood says decentralized finance could threaten the supremacy of financial institutions. In a recent conversation with Miami Herbert Business School, the hedge fund founder discusses the burgeoning sector's potential impact on traditional finance. The financial revolution is DeFi, and really it's just taking all the middlemen out of the financial ecosystem, a real threat to all of us. We know that the combination of digital wallets and DeFi is going to hollow out a lot of financial institutions. It may already be happening because a lot of lending and savings is taking place on DeFi because it offers lower loan rates and higher savings rates. So that's a compelling combination. Wood says DeFi is scaling enormously and has already had its resilience tested by past market developments. Wood pointed to DeFi users leveraging Bitcoin and Ethereum ETH during recent market stumbles as evidence that DeFi ecosystem is still going strong, which is great. Like, she's understanding that DeFi is something to be reckoned with, and I do really truly feel that way as well too. It's a way for everybody to get into the market. It's simple, and yeah, the more easier it gets, the more people we're going to see get into it as well.
I think when you think about DeFi, it's one of those things that's the easiest to tie to regular finance, right? Where you can lend and borrow using collateral and assets, right? So like pretty simple notion. To say that it's been tested and she think that it's withstood the test, I don't know. I think we still got a lot more to see from DeFi. I think there's a lot of new protocols that's coming out in DeFi that will challenge some of the old DeFi protocols and some of the things that they were doing. And I'm excited to see it because they're offering the same thing that they were offering before, but with another layer 2 solution, probably negating some of the fees and lowering some of the cost of the transactions. So I love what's happening in the DeFi sector right now. And I look forward to like where it's going to go. I think, we a little bit earlier in the year or the latter part of last year, Scott, we kept talking about them potentially regulating DeFi and coming in and giving DeFi a bad stain on its name. And we kind of watched when we had that last little run when Bitcoin ran, we watched DeFi not be a part of that because people were a little bit hesitant on it. But I think as long as people are still building, I think there's always bullish times ahead for that sector. And I think DeFi will keep building for sure.
Yeah.
But to jump into to the last part today, guys, we're going to go over to Trading View, look at the total crypto market, and then look at some of the dominance factors that we like to pay attention to. So as always, none of this is financial advice, just for entertainment purposes. But we see here the total crypto market cap right now is at 1.69 trillion. And we're still kind of ranging in this range area from from here to there, and we haven't seen anything break out or go down lower or go higher, right? So I don't think if we see a clear breakout here, I think we move up a little bit more. But if not, I think we probably see a little bit more downtrend. But either way, I think right now we still don't see no real volume when we look at the MACD here. There's nothing really, happening as far as heavy waves of money or liquidity coming in. So, still kind of boring on my thesis of what's going on. The Bitcoin dominance we see here is at 43.5. Still kind of staying in that same range. I would have loved to seen it go lower, so we could have got some altcoins to, go up. But I think as this continues to elevate and gathers the floor and stays in this range, I think we might not have that blow off the top with alt season that people were expecting. But I think it's okay. I mean, we still got Ethereum dominance here at 18. Still kind of just consolidating in the same little path. I would be looking for Ethereum dominance to make a move up sometime soon, as well, they're going to have to catch some volume from here. Otherwise, we're going to see less volume from, the Ethereum dominance. So just some of the things we like to pay attention to when we're doing our daily crypto news. But as always, guys, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. I don't know if you guys had a chance to jump into the Telegram today, but I posted a lot of the new events that we have going on with BigONE. Some of them spot trading events, as well as some liquidity mining events. So guys, make sure you tune into some of those things. Tomorrow we'll be on our Twitter space at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 5 o'clock UTC. So if you guys have a chance, please stop by, show us some love. And that's all I got for today. Scott, you got anything else for the people?
No, I seen M Content release their app, which congratulations on that. It's going really well right at the moment. Everrise is getting closer and closer to their version 3, which is impressive. Just watching different projects and stuff, I'm excited for more collaborations with more projects. So if you're listed on BigONE, you're watching these news, please reach out to us on Twitter, Telegram, it doesn't matter. We're more than happy to work with you and collaborate with you to create a bigger community, because that's what we're about, is creating that bigger community within crypto, because that's what's going to create adoption.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, guys. Even if you're not listening on BigONE and you're potentially looking on BigONE, reach out to us or have your community reach out to us. Let's see if we can make something happen, man. I think this is a great time to start networking and building more things. And me and Scott will start getting out and going to some of these conferences and hopefully get to meet some of the people and bring them to you guys on one of our YouTube news space. And I think we're going to try to do that on some of the newer new daily news. Try to integrate some people coming in every now and then and just give you guys a little bit of insight. And if it's anybody that you guys are thinking about you want us to bring on, mention it in the comments and we'll reach out to them. But that's enough time for today, guys. Till tomorrow, we're out of here.
Peace. See you guys later.